Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Hey, Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update video just to explain a few things. Most of you, kind of watch my live streams and I've explained a lot on there, but I wanted to go over a few things in this video. I know it's super late. I actually got like a huge migraine yesterday. I'm sorry for not streaming. And as most of you probably already know, I've said it a few times, but I got a new job and I have to travel for that actually tomorrow, which will coincidentally be update day. So this video is going to be late on all fronts, and honestly, by the time a few of you see it, the update will already be live. But I wanted to go over a few things, the update, the patch notes, and just kind of a new stage, I guess, in my life, a new stepping stone in my life. I got a fantastic job, and I just wanted to give a little, I guess, pre-warning or forewarning for my members and for a lot of you guys. Of course, with a new job comes training and everything, and I probably won't be as active as much. This is not me leaving or whatever. I find those videos kind of funny because it's like, I don't know, the Legends community takes this game very seriously, and I used to as well. I still do to a certain extent, but some people, like, this is their life, and I get it, if this game is very important to you, but I guess I've just moved beyond that a little bit, and we have some real life responsibilities. On top of that, earlier this week, my fiance got her wisdom teeth out, and I wanted to mention that because that was on Thursday, and Wargaming actually did not give us the patch notes, so I had no idea what was in the patch notes, and it was kind of one of those things. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my face cam here. I know you guys want to see it, but there was this whole controversy over the Creatorverse, and I just wanted to provide a few of my thoughts about that, because I saw 2 or 3 excellent videos. I actually woke up to a text from USS Endeavor, and he's like, "Dude, they did you guys so wrong. I can't believe that." I'm like, "Wait, what? Did I get kicked out of the CC program and not even know it?" And just for the record, just as a little, you have to do a lot to get kicked out of the program or put on probation or what. Anyway. But regardless, here is the March update, and it's actually kind of ironic. On the World of Warships Legends website, it just has patch note, and Chili has been kind of memeing this the whole week here, or the whole weekend, because there's not too much in this update. Now, that being said, this update was on the backbone of the Christmas update, so guys, Wargaming staff and development team, they all have lives as well, so this is probably just one of those lighter updates. Now, the good news is we do get 2 bureau ships, and at this point in my warships career, I really don't care about too much else. I just want to play ships at high tier. Now, that being said, I still want massive balancing changes and a lot of other fun new content. I think that missions or the escort mode would be a fantastic idea to add on. But regardless, let's go ahead and review this. I know most of you have probably already seen it, but there's one piece in here, and it's this YouTuber's collab, which has kind of drawn a lot of attention to the game, which is honestly a good thing and a little bit of a bad thing at the same time. But let's go ahead and briefly read the short patch note here. It's the Lion of Flanders campaign with the Tier 8 Admiral Schroeder as the final reward. The Creatorverse, which is a little bit of this controversy. 2 new Bureau projects, Patrick's Day, which should that not be St. Patrick's Day? Anyway, and 3 new arena seasons. And then it says, and more, but not really. Not really. So here's the campaign, the Admiral Schroeder. I don't know about you guys. Should I turn my camera back on here? I don't know about you guys, but I am tired of German. I love German brawling battleships. They are a lot of fun. We just had a video in the Flander where we're kind of getting in the mix of it, brawling. And that is honestly some of the most fun that I have in this game, is kind of brawling with secondary battleships. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of German campaigns. I can't. Aegir, Siegfried, Pommern, we just added Tier 8 like a year and a half ago, and we've had like 3 or 4 German campaigns already. I understand, and this is the part of me which is, I try to be pragmatic about a lot of my videos and understanding, because I have my own business as well. My YouTube channel is technically a business, even though I don't really see it that way. I just see it as a hobby, which I occasionally make money with. But I have to do things to help promote my channel, and sometimes that involves, I guess, clickbait or catchy titles to draw in new viewers. So Wargaming has to do the same thing. And I guess that a lot of the community loves these German brawling cruisers and battleships because that's what keeps selling. And another, kind of selling point to them is, and here's, of course, the Bureau, it is the Bureau, but here is the rewards for this campaign. But another selling point for them is American battleships. I don't know why we have 3 American battleships, but we don't have a single Russian one. We don't have a single Russian normal cruiser. We have the Stalingrad. There's not enough variety. We don't have a German cruiser, but we have 3 American cruisers, right? Des Moines, Worcester, and Alaska. And maybe I'm probably forgetting one. I just know that the amount of American battleships and American stuff in this game, and I love it. I love Des Moines. I love all that stuff. But either we've got to have it on a stepwise basis where we kind of rotate stuff in. I mean, there's no more legendary tier battleships that we can add to the game unless they start to move on to the tier 11 on PC, which is their legendary tier. But yeah, anyway, that is kind of a side point I wanted to mention, is that people keep buying it. So I always recommend to get the campaigns. But guys, if you're not happy with where the game or the direction of the development team is headed, let them know. The only way to let them know is to stop spending money. And I'm not saying to do that. If you enjoy the game, I still do. I still buy packs of doubloons every now and then, and Wargaming gives me a lot. They give me every campaign ship. They also give me a section of doubloons every other month or so. I think it's every month. I haven't been too active in the CC Discord, to be quite honest, just because it's the same old. And that kind of brings me to my next point here, which you can see on screen. We're going to turn off the camera again. Is this Creatorverse. This created, I guess, a little bit of controversy in the community. And I have to give a huge shout out to Endeavor, Jank, Muse, and a few others for and Eric Lopez. If you're watching this, dude, I appreciate you. Because I woke up and I was driving to her appointment. And I was kind of sitting there in the lobby while she was having her surgery done. And somebody, I got a bunch of Facebook notifications, and this guy, and I'll put it up on the screen, he's like, I really don't know who these YouTubers are, or whether they even play the game, but I feel like we should be giving some love to the CCs who create content weekly, right? And he tagged me, and I was just like, that's so, I guess it's one of those moments where, because I'm just a normal dude who, makes content every now and then for a game that I'm, semi-decent at, and it was just kind of one of those moments where it's like, people want a guise of me. And I know, to be honest, I know that it will probably never happen, a guise of me or Spartan in the game. Spartan is actually a questionable one, because Spartan does have a significant following. But I just know Wargaming's practices. And speaking of that, they are doing this to draw attention to the game. I think, wow, that was a good voice crack. I think Muse said it best. There's 60 million followers between these guys. Now, that being said, a lot of those followers are probably crossover and the same people. When you count multiple different platforms, it's usually the same people. But regardless, this is going to bring some new attention to the game, which is good to a certain extent. And then Jank had a great counterpoint. It's like, well, if these guys don't even play the game and their followers are going to play, yeah, it's maybe not the best influx of new players, but regardless, new players is new players, and that gives me an opportunity, and as well as a lot of the other content creators to produce content to help them kind of ease into the game. And that's kind of, I hope to do that definitely in the future. But don't be, I've gone over this video a bunch of times in my head, and I'm actually packing up today, but don't be upset at Wargaming on my accord, right? I really appreciate the support for you guys, and it's honestly only because of you guys that I have still continued to make videos, really, because I am so jaded, I guess, to Wargaming, and it's not their fault. They have this business model, and they have, if we're leaning on Wargaming's agenda and what the community wants, and to be fair to Wargaming, the community, sometimes you guys have no idea what is good for the game. Now, that being said, I think a few of us who have been here a while probably understand what the game needs to make it a little bit more fun. For example, I think we talked about it on stream the other night, the spawns and legendary tier, if they were to just slightly adjust a few of those things, that would absolutely help a little bit of the monotony that is this game. Now, some people over here are like, oh, we need to, destroyers should not be invisible, and some of the ideas that community has is truly just completely, they're just stupid. I hate to say it, but so Wargaming is going to always do what they think is best, and to be fair, they have a pretty decent product, right? Nobody plays. If you think of Call of Duty and Madden and all these games, they just push out the same game every year. And granted, a lot of people have stopped buying into them because it's just the same product. But those games are super successful. And they have to produce one year after year. Wargaming has had this product. I mean, what War of Tanks come out like 10 years ago, and people still play that. So they are not pushing out this new product year after year. Now, they are putting out a lot of new content, which you could say it's an argument. But Wargaming has the point of this I'm trying to make, and I know this video is way too long already, but Wargaming has a decent idea of what they're doing. I just think if they met a little bit more in the middle, then it would make a lot more of the veteran players, myself included, a lot more happy. But that being said, I've got a lot going on in real life, and I don't want to say this because I know a lot of you guys are passionate about it, but if you find yourself, and this used to be me, when I had just graduated graduate school a couple years ago, I was super invested in the game, and I was getting angry at it, and I was like, wait a second, none of this is real life, man. Like, I actually look back at those moments, and those were like the glory days, you know? You always say back, and it's like, oh man, those were the good old days, and I think they honestly have passed me by personally, but I hope that you guys are still living in them, if that makes sense. But a little message to those getting super upset about every little thing in the game and stuff: go touch grass. This is just a video game. However, I do think Wargaming, if you're listening, I would love an Aaron guys, or a Spartan guys, or a Jank guys, or whatever. Whoever creates content is significantly enough to have an impact in this game, and I really appreciate there was like 50 comments. I'll put it up, but there's like 100 likes and comments on that post on Facebook. It's like, yeah, I want Aaron raging on my ship, and to me that was just like a full circle moment there. But regardless, I just wanted to say, well, actually, let's finish out this patch notes video, which it won't take too much longer. They're the guys, the Bureau Projects, and I think some people are going to be upset because the way I read this, the Legendary Z52 in Vermont will be available starting February 19th and 26th, respectively. So the Z52 will be available first, followed by the Vermont. And then we have the St. Patrick's Day content, which is not that much. And this to me is like, I get that they just, it was just Christmas, and of course the development team is people too, and they probably weren't working as hard or whatever, but balancing changes. We've processed your feedback and made the following changes for the Cheshire. Like, what? One ship? What? What? Anyway, yeah, that is the patch notes, and regardless, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to you guys, and just to let you guys know, especially my members and people who subscribe and stuff, the content may be slowing down just a little bit while I get acquainted with this new job. So if you have a membership, I know that it auto renews every month, and if you're not satisfied, please don't let it just sit there and keep renewing. I know that's probably not the way I should advertise my channel, but I just want to be fair and upfront about my content and stuff with you guys, because that's who I've always tried to be. Now, I've definitely been we'll say a little more dogmatic earlier in my Warship's career, and I'm still kind of that enthusiastic slash not ragey, but I have my moments on stream. But I've always tried to be honest and upfront about my content, the ships, and wargaming. It feels like everyone's either pro wargaming or anti wargaming, and if you say something in the middle, then you can't just ever sit on the fence. And sometimes you get the best view when you're sitting on the fence. And as I age here, I learned that sometimes you just need to take a step back and view things with a little bit more pragmatic approach. But enough with this blabbering here. I love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys on update day. I've got to change cities, so I'm going to have to pack up my Xbox. And now that I have my good computer, we might be able to stream on the road. But yeah, this is the video. Hope you guys, it reaches you in time. If not, I'll see you guys on update day. Love you guys. Hey, run out. Peace.